So off the back of David Noble giving his players a spray and then realising he probably was a bit harsh and have to apologise to the group, we thought, well, it's a great time to ask Ross Lyon whether he had to apologise at all, whether he thought maybe he went a bit harsh with some of his sprays. And also what brought this to my attention was during the week, Lachie Neale was on AFL 360 and he just gave a little anecdote when he caught one of his early sprays.
His direction and his stern words made me a better player quicker than what I would have been able to do and figure out myself. So I can remember one, he told me to run a 400 and take the pumpkin off my head and said, I think I'm Robert Harvey already, and I hadn't even played a game. So I've certainly had a couple of good ones.
That's a common one. I'll take the pumpkin off the head. But the one about playing like Robert Harvey, there's a little one, Jimmy Gwilt, one day. You had to go at him.
Really?
Had to go at him at halftime because he was trying to kick these.
Jimmy Gwilt.
Jimmy Gwilt was trying to kick these.
Can you ever go, Jimmy?
He was kicking these
like
laser
killing
bullets,
Bambi.
these real low laser bullets out of the back half, and he might have turned a few over. And you've given him the old, who do you think you are, Bobby Skilton? And Jimmy walked out of the team meeting and he looked to the boys. He said, "Who's Bobby Skilton?" So you've been known to give a few. So what I want to, have you ever regretted?
Hang on, I've reflected.
Have
I've
you ever
got
regretted
300 games, 5 opportunities game day. I look back on those 1,500 moments and I'm really comfortable with them all, Joe.
You think you're okay? Because what I did is I sort of reached out to a few of your past players and thought, let's find out if any of them thought you're a bit harsh. And the first one that stood out was Matthew Pavlich. I can't believe this is like Bambi.
You know what? I don't
didn't
Matthew
go
Pavlich.
So start at the
So
top.
Pav said to me, ask Ross Lyon about the time. They were playing a game up at the Gold Coast. So the conditions there, a bit humid and it can get a little bit sweaty and muddy. And at halftime, Rossi, I think you were still in front, but as you do,
we're down 21 points, Joe.
Rossi, I think, remembers. And
Get it right,
you're
Joe.
giving all the boys a spray. You're going through them all, and then you look at Matthew Pavlich, and he's got he's looking pristine. His jumper's clean, not an ounce of sweat on him. And you've given him the old spray. Look at you. You're looking pristine. How about you get down and dirty as the captain? Little did you know, just before that, Pav had gone in, changed his jumper, put a fresh jumper on, and towed himself down, got himself feeling much better for the second half. And Rossi's ripped into him for not having an ounce of dirt or sweat on him, thinking he'd done nothing.
Yeah, and have a look at you, Pav. You look pristine, not a beat of sweat on you. How about you leave from the front?
Did you feel bad about that one when you found out afterwards he'd had a freshen
Chris
up?
Bond, because we were coming down the lift, right? So 2012, first year, it was early. We might have been 3-4. Gold Coast hadn't beaten anyone for 10 years. And we're 21 down. It was hot. I reckon I had a migraine. We're in the lift, the lift up at Metricon. And Chris Bond looks at me and goes, "Oh, geez, we're in a bit of trouble here." I was like, "Oh, God." So desperate times, desperate measures. The 8 times All-Australian. He'd never been clipped before. I thought I'll start at the top. And then after the game, you come in relieved. You thought, I think we won by 5 points. I think Jonathan Griffin took a contested mark. I love Griffo. And then Bondi come up, he goes, "Look, really good result, but I reckon you find the skipper and just have a quiet word," because he had a shower and full change his kit at half time. But Pav loved it. Pav was good. Folklore, that one.
Then I got a text. The one who was a bit of a whipping boy of yours, David Armitage. He did cop a few sprays, but there was one time at St Kilda, he's come off early in the third quarter, and he's come off cramping early in the third. So Ross Lyon's gone.
Let me correct, first quarter, Joe.
First quarter.
First quarter.
You don't miss anything, do you,
MCG. Don't surprise.
The razor sharp mind.
So he's got into the phone, said, "Get Armo on the phone," right? Because he's screaming, "Get him on the phone. If I find out you've been socialising too much, chasing a bit of skirt, going out drinking, you will never play for this footy club again," thinking that obviously his professionalism has been right off him to be cramping.
In the first quarter, 15 minutes in, Armour. And he had a reputation as a young buck
He
early.
did like going
but
out
we
a little
love
bit.
Armour. Yeah.
But then you found he's come in at half time and you've spoken to the docs and you've realised that because Armour had the socks up, he put the tape under the socks to try and keep the socks up, and the circulation cut off the blood to his calves. He had no circulation going to his calves, so he was cramping.
Which sums up Armour.
Rossi threatened to never play him again, thinking he'd been going out
They're
too
not all
much.
nuclear scientists you're dealing with, Joey. Let me tell you.
So do you think he deserved an apology for that one?
No, I actually followed up with Armour. He's the one that told me, "Nah, you know what? You should. Well, you can't put your garters on properly."
And then
No apology, Armour.
And then the last one, Rossi, the last one is this
gets
is one of
better?
my favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Garrick Ibbotson, who was a very good Dow defender for Freo for a long time.
Inspired him. No, he was very creative.
a lot of
roll-off
injuries,
defender.
Garrick.
He'd have a lot of
too,
injuries.
yeah.
And speaking of injuries, Brownie, so Garrick Ibbotson, so you're playing against the Hawks one day and you hated giving away defensive 50 stoppages. If we conceded a goal,
50 stoppage goals.
yeah, the opposition forward 50 stoppage. It was red,
Bit
red,
like the Billings goal.
red
I
flag,
reckon
lock on.
Chris Scott's thinking the same thing this morning.
So-
How about you get goals? Take his left foot, son.
So in
it
the,
was Selwood.
So again,
was it?
first-
No, it was who was it? Atkins. Sorry, son.
so again, first quarter, Luke Bruce is able to waltz his way through a forward 50 stoppage, kick a goal.
You know what? Because they had 17 down there, just trying to stop it.
Yeah. So Garrick Ibbetson's conceded the goal. Well, this was just before quarter time. About 5 minutes later, Brandy, Garrick Ibbetson's been in a big collision, dislocated his shoulder. So quarter time siren goes. Garrick Ibbetson's got his jumper around and he's holding his shoulder up in a sling.
Sore as a boil.
Sore as a boil. Off. Rossi makes a beeline down from the thing, goes straight out to Garrick Ibbotson, eyeballs him and says, put your shoulder in later. Worry about your shoulder after. Pop it in later. How about you just put some body work on Luke Bruce and stop him kicking some goals? Poor Garrick Ibbotson's got his arm in a sling. Doctors surrounding him. Forget about your shoulder.
Oh, you know what? It was grand final day, 2013. No, I don't think he played, Garrick. I think he was
So
injured.
did you feel bad about that one?
He's lovely boy,
That's
Garrick.
where men were men,
Lovely
wasn't it?
boy.
That's
Matt-
tough love.
That is tough love from Rossi.
I would have loved to have been coached by Ross. I must admit.
Yeah.
Here in the lap. I would have loved it. I love it.
And the one time, do you want to owe me an apology too? You gave me a good spray one
Which
day
one?
at the
What
SCG. I was getting tagged by Kieran Jack. I was struggling to get a hold of it. Kieran Jack,
yes.
and you moved me to the back pocket.
what did I say?
And you told me to go and play in the back pocket to learn to defend. And I stood at full back the whole game because the Swans were happy to keep me down there. I played on Jared Moore in the goal square. Didn't move. It was the most embarrassing half of footy of my life. I think
said,
you owe
"Who's
me an
Kieran
apology.
Jack? He went on to be a star. I said, mate, you got some hack on you. Get a kick. That's right.
I think you owe me an apology now. That hurt my feelings. I think you owe me an apology.
Well, I'll let you out all night. You went into Oxford Street and finished at 4 a.m. I did my shoelaces up on that. It was a text to me and abusing me at the time.
It's a good version of truth or lie. Well done, Joey.